Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing very fabulous. So today I want to get nostalgic. I want to use some products that I used way back in the day when I first got into makeup. Probably, gosh, you guys, this is going back 13, 14 years. Now, Urban Decay revamped the formula in the original Naked palette. It's back for a limited time. This is my old one. But I'm going to use the new one. I'm going to use some old products. And you know, you guys, back in the day, you didn't have the luxury of being able to match your eyeshadow with your blush to your lips. So you just had to use what was available. And I feel like that's when makeup was very simple. And I don't know, it was different. Now the makeup industry is so saturated, you can't just stop and enjoy anything. And one of my very first highlighters, you guys, was this. Do you guys remember this? I still have it in the package because I had no clue how to use it. I had no idea how to use a highlighter. And I am going to attempt to use, I'll put it away for now, but I'm going to attempt to use that as well at the end. But you guys, I want to show you something. You guys are going to laugh at me. But before I show you, my name is Carrie. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content. Thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It'll help my channel out a lot. And for those of you already subscribed, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing and wonderful and so encouraging. And I love your positivity and just how kind you are. So thank you very much. All right, I'll stop bragging about you guys. All right, so way back in the day when I first started makeup, I used this palette so much. It's so gross looking. It's all scuffed up and used and very well loved. When I bought this palette, I watched just a bunch of videos and I wrote down makeup looks. And I do not remember what YouTuber I got these from. It was probably various YouTubers, so I'm sorry I can't give them credit, but I do want you to know that it was somebody else who I used to watch, and I wrote these down, and man, I really wish I would have put the date on these, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one right here. From what I remember, I have already done a video, like a first impression on the new formula, comparing it, you know, to what I remember my original one was. I'll link that video below. From what I can gather, it's still a good formula. It's not the same formula, but it's a good formula. You know, I don't even know if the same manufacturing company is even around. So they might have had to, you know, go with somebody else and do an updated formula. So, but from what I gather, it's still very similar, in case you guys were wondering. All right, so I'm going to take a Refer 15. Smog is a metallic, and it's a kind of a coppery, I don't know, like a bronzy, more bronzy than anything. And it's a metallic, and it says, put it in the crease and blend up a little bit. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in the crease. I'm going to blend up a little bit. Generally, I don't put metallics in my crease, but hey, when in Rome, right? And then blend up a little bit. And I assure you, I did not have good brushes back then, like this Refer 15 that I'm using. I did not. Wow, and that's super pigmented. All right, I'm gonna take some of it off so that I can actually blend this up like it says. All right, let's blend it. Okay, good. It's blending nicely. From what I can remember, this looks just like it. My original Smog color. All right, and then take Smog under the eye and connect it with the V. All right, so I'm gonna take a small brush, this is a JH40, and I'm gonna go into Smog. So I'm gonna take that underneath the lower lash line and connect the outer V is what I wrote down. And then I'm certain I'll probably do something with this outer V here, like the actual outer V. Dark Horse in the outer corner a little. That's what I wrote. Dark Horse is another metallic, and it's right here. So I'm gonna take my Sigma E27, and I'm going to tap off, but I don't know. It's not, that one's not very powdery. So, all right. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put, okay, Dark Horse, outer corner, a little. We'll see. We'll see how little I can do. Let's see here. All right. I'm darkening it up with the Dark Horse. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's pretty. Man, you guys, this palette brings back so many memories for me. Like when I first met my husband, and we've been together like 13 years, married for 8.5, something like that. I'll have to ask him, and then he'll be like, "Oh, you don't know how long we've been married." But we've been together since 2010. Yeah, 2010. So in 2024, yeah, so 14 years we've been together. So, ooh, gosh, that's so pretty. And I mean, I remember this palette, just using it so much. I mean, I took it on our first trip to Italy together, Germany, Europe, basically. Gosh, I remember him taking me to Europe for the very first time. It's like a dream, you guys, my childhood dream to go to Italy. And in 2011, he took me, and we had the best time. And I'm telling you what, this baby came with me. That baby came with me. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Half Baked on the lid. And we all know Half Baked. It's still a very popular shade for Urban Decay. So I'm going to take a flat brush. This is my Morphe M167. I am not using glitter glue, you guys. It hurts my heart to not use glitter glue because y'all know I'm a glitter glue queen. But you know what? I didn't even know what glitter glue was back in the day. All right, so I'm going to take Half Baked. I'm putting it on the lid. And God, I can tell already. I need glitter glue so bad. Oh my God. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm doing exactly how I did it back in the day. I may, like I said, when I do this side, I might wet the brush. I might wet it with the Fix Plus. That's beautiful though. And you know what? Back in the day, I didn't really know to blend, because y'all know I'm an over blender. I didn't really know to blend things out. So I'm not going to blend anymore. Whatever I've got is what I've got. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, so Virgin is going to be the highlight. Okay, so Virgin is going to be the highlight, which is very typical. I always used Virgin as my highlighter. It is the perfect highlighter shade in this palette, and I'm using a Luxie small angled brush, and I'm going to highlight the brow bone. And what does it say? Virgin highlight. So I'm going into Virgin. I'm going to highlight the inner corner, and I'm bring it underneath just a little bit. I probably need a better brush for going underneath that lash line. You know, why don't we just connect these? Even though back then that's not something that I would have done. I wouldn't have known how to do that. Oh, it's so pretty though. That's a beautiful eye. That's really, really pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this eye. What do I do with all my brushes? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go over to this eye. Let me do this eye really quick. And then when I go to put the Half Baked on, I'll show you. I'm gonna wet it, and you guys will be able to see how much more how brighter that Half Baked color is gonna be. Okay, guys. So this eye is even thus far. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Morphe M167 brush. I'm going into the Half Baked, and I'm going to take my Max Fix Plus, and I'm going to move some stuff over. I'm gonna spray it. Gonna spray it. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it on this eye, and I think it's gonna be a lot brighter. Is it brighter? Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely brighter. Even putting it on with your finger, it would be brighter. Mm. Really, really pretty. Honestly, I'm not sure that you can tell much of a difference. I mean, you can when I show it, like, because you guys saw me do it and I pointed it out. But if I was going walking roundabout, you know, running errands, nobody would ever even notice. Or if you were to put like a glitter glue, which moving forward, you guys, that's what I'm going to do with this new with the new original palette. I'm going to use glitter glue and stuff and do my makeup like I would now, but I wanted to get nostalgic, and it is definitely bringing back a lot of memories. And what I would do at this point back then is now I would go in with a really thick eyeliner, like black eyeliner. Now, back then, you guys, my eyes were not as hooded. They weren't, didn't have as much loose skin as they do now, because remember, this is going back, probably the last time I used this palette was 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ago. So I'm going to do my eyeliner the way that I have to do it now, just because gravity. Gravity and age has gotten to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do a black liquid wing. I'm just using e.l.f. I think it's called Expert Black Eyeliner, whatever, but I'm going to do that. Okay, you guys, the eyeliner is on. It looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think the eyes are so gorgeous. It's just really, really pretty. So one of the high-end mascaras I used to use back in the day was the Benefit They're Real. So I'm going to use that, man. This was my ride or die. And it was everything to me, because I didn't wear false lashes back then. I didn't even know what false lashes were. Okay, guys, those eyes are done. That as far as I'm going to take them. If I was doing this look now, like let's just say in my own daily life, I would tightline. That way you wouldn't see the whites of my waterline in between the mascara and the liquid liner. But I'm doing it like I did back then. I had no idea how to tightline back then. That was like unheard of to me, you know, so I have learned, you guys. I have learned. All right, let's put on some blush. Now, back then, like I said in the beginning of the video, I didn't have the luxury of matching my eyes to my blush. I had no idea, you know what I mean, that I could get like a peach blush or whatever, you know, to kind of match this, or like a bronzier kind of blush. All I had, one of my first high ends, was the Urban Decay Afterglow. They don't sell this anymore, you guys. This one's in the color Fetish. This was my ride or die. So that's what I'm going to use. It may not match, but that's what I did. And you know, that's how I did it back in the day. I'm using my Rephr 4, and let's do that. I did bronze a little bit. I may bronze a little bit more, actually. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after I put this blush on. It's still a great blush, and it's one of my favorites, but I don't want to, it's getting so old. So it's like, okay, Carrie, either use it up, or just put it away, kind of like this, and just, you know, have it for memories. Now, if we want to throw back some more and get even more nostalgic, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Powder Kit. Man, everybody lost their minds over this contour powder kit, even me. Now, this one's a new one. I bought a couple years ago for Black Friday to replace my old one, which I did throw away. Man, I wish I would stop throwing stuff away. But I loved this thing, and it was like the best thing ever. So I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take these two right here, because remember, this one was a little bit more grayer tone, cooler tone, better for contouring versus bronzing. So, oh, and you know, there's no mirror. No mirror in that. I forgot. All right, let's bronze a little bit more. I had bronzed already a little bit, but still a great product. Anastasia Beverly Hills still sells it on their website, as far as I know. And I did replace mine a couple years ago. I already said this. For Black Friday, on Black Friday, I was able to get it like half off or something. All right, you guys, that's done. The bronzing's done. It looks good. I'm going to attempt, before I do my lips, I'm going to attempt to use this. Do you guys even remember this? You know, in my ignorance of makeup, I didn't know what this really was. This is a body and face. It says illuminate shimmering powder for face and body. I had no idea how to use this. This is why I didn't hit pan on it. I did not know how to use this, but I thought it was so beautiful, so I bought it. It's got chunks of glitter in there. So to put it on my face, it didn't really stay on, and so I would put it on my body. And it did come, it came with like this brush, like this, and I'm afraid to use, I've never even cleaned it, you guys. I don't even want to, you know, so I'm gonna use a different, brush. I'm gonna use my BH Cosmetics Pro 18 brush, and oh, it's really powdery. I feel like once you tap off all the powder, and then all you're left with is the glitter. So which is, you know, not necessarily the best thing you want on your face, especially if you have texture. So I'm gonna go real light with it. Back then, I certainly didn't have, you know, a brush to put it on with. I know, so again, I was clueless. Do a little bit right here. I'm gonna do a little right here before I put my lipstick on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, now let's move on to the lips. Let's use some nostalgic products that I used to use back in the day. I'm gonna use one of my NYX lip liner. You know, honestly, back then, I'm not even sure if I used a lip liner. I can't remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use it. But this one's in the color Mauve. I know at one point I did use this quite a bit. So let's just go in with that. And the lipstick that I used all the time, you guys, was Revlon's Primrose. It is so, so beautiful. Nowadays, I would use a neutral kind of brownish shade. I wouldn't use a pink like this, but back then that's all I had, you know. So I'm gonna use it. Now this is not 13 or 10 years old. I have bought, you know, I've replaced. So so it's safe. All right, here we go. Primrose. I'm hoping that maybe the mauve, NYX mauve lip liner will calm it down a little bit. Ooh, okay, hold on. I like these lips. Hold on a second. Memories. You guys, it is bringing back memories. And yes, the mauve did help it calm down that pink just a little bit compared. Nice. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Do I want to spray my face with the Max Fix Plus? Why not? Why not? Why don't we? Why don't we? Okay, guys, the setting spray is dry. You know, I didn't know about setting spray back in the day, so I probably would have foregone a setting spray. But when I did learn about Max Fix Plus, this was something that I did use for like a setting spray. And I also used it to kind of refresh my makeup too. I mean, nowadays I would use something like the Urban Decay All Nighter. Y'all know, you see me use them all the time, you guys. So you've got to have a good setting spray and you got to have some good primers. But these are all things that you just, you know, you learn. The more you get into makeup, you learn. That's all. That's all it is. You learn. Okay, guys, it is time for me to show you the final look. Okay, you guys, this makeup look is complete. That is using some nostalgic makeup well, nostalgic for me anyways. Things that I used to use, back in the day and how I would have put my makeup on back in the day. This looks way more polished than how it would look when I first started in makeup. But you guys, you see the point. But man, you guys, love the palette. I love it. You know what? I may go get another one just so I can have it. I think that the quality I think is so good on this palette, and it does remind me very much of my old one. I really honestly can't tell much of a difference so far of what I use. So you guys, comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you like my look? I'll do more looks. If you want me to do more looks, just comment below. I will respond to your comments. If I haven't responded to you within 24 hours, that means I didn't get it. Sometimes YouTube does weird things with comments. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.